Hey, Tactical Puerto Rican here. So, sorry about the mess in the back. Kind of using the extra room. This room is a storage room right now. Doesn't look too crazy, but hey. So, I'm gonna be talking about this little can right here. This is the YHM R9. It's a phenomenal can. I've only had it for a few days, probably about a little bit over a week. I haven't shot it that much. I have about 40 rounds through it, at least this one. I've kind of shot the can here and then at suppressor, um, different suppressor events, and I've liked it. Um, so far, it's good. It's very quiet. Obviously ammo dependent, but it's worked out great. So I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna go over the things that come with the box, inside the box. So obviously, when it's gonna come with a box. You're gonna pop it open. It's gonna come with a little booklet. This booklet has a little bit of information on it. So it's overall length of the can is 5.2 inches. That's very, very average size. The diameter is 1.562, which if you're looking to tuck this underneath the rail, such as the aero position enhanced rails, this is going to work for it. This is well under the minimum requirements for it. Weight, 10.7 ounces. This is fairly light can. Um, Decibel rating for 9 mil, 124, and for 308, 142 on a 20-inch barrel. That's pretty good. It's about hearing safe. It's just below hearing safe, and it is a 9 mil can, but you can shoot other rounds through it. Like I just mentioned, the 308. You got 308 Winchester, minimum length 16 inches, 350 Legend, minimum length 16 inches, 6.5 Grendel, 16 inches, 5.56 NATO, 16 inches, and then we have with 300 Blackout 7.5. What they don't tell you right here on these ratings is that that's for subsonic rounds. So you don't want to use, at least for the 300 Blackout, you don't want to use supersonics on this small can. It is full auto rated. So if you have something like a, force reset trigger, something like that, you can use these with it, and it shouldn't be an issue. Obviously, try to keep the temperature down because you shoot 1,000 rounds on it, it's gonna do some damage. It does come with a couple tools. I left one of them in the garage. This is one of the tools. So basically, this is so you can remove any other suppressor mount that you add onto it. It comes with a half by 28 mount, your standard AR-15 mount, so you can use that. I prefer to use Reardon type mounts, so that's what I have on there. As you can see, all this area is clean right here, super clean. That means that there's no gas escaping through there. Let me turn it around so you can see. Again, no gas escaping out the sides of the out of the can, the back of the can. So this is going to reduce your carbon locking. So you should never have any carbon lock with this. I'm not saying it won't ever happen, because it can happen, but this will reduce the chances of it. It is phosphate covered, coated. The inside baffles, you can't tell anymore because I've shot it, but they were stainless. I can't see anymore. It's got your standard baffles right there. There you go. Standard baffles. This thing works great. And on the inside, it's hard to tell, but it actually has its own kind of flash hider inside there. Reverse flash hider. And it works great. I mean, I've shot some supers. Nothing crazy comes out of it. I'll have to shoot different types of ammunition, different rounds, see how that affects it. I eventually plan on making a 300 blackout. I have a 300 blackout. I might use it on there. I got to add a Reardon mount to that. Reardon muscle device for that to work. But it's, I'm sure it's gonna work just fine. Not any issues. If the whip machine suppressor I have worked fine on that 300 blackout, I don't anticipate that being any different. Little talk about Reardon. Reardon mounts, mounting systems are phenomenal. I said they reduce your chances of getting carbon lock, and they basically work off the Plan B system from Q, and they kind of made it better. So, it, dead air with their mounting system used to be one of the best ones. I'll give them that. They had one of the best mounting system. It was kind of foolproof. It was really hard to have any sort of issues with it. And I don't work for dead air, so I don't know what's going on. But they've been having a lot of issues here. A lot of manufacturers have been not warranting their the cans if they have any dead air mounts on there. Otter Creek's being one of those because they've had so many issues with baffle strikes and things like that, and the number one denominator is dead air mounting system. So I had a friend who his dead air mounting system just stopped working, so he had to remove the whole muscle device because it just wouldn't come off and send it with its can, and they had to swap that out, send them a new one. They took care of it. Took longer than it should have for a muzzle device, but eventually they fixed it. But off my little, back to my little side. Off my, I can't today. Can't talk today. So back from that side tangent. We'll see how this performs. I'm not looking, I'm not thinking it's gonna be any bad performances. So hey, we'll see how it goes. All right. Love you guys. Have a good one.